What's going on, YouTube family? I hope everybody had a good day, a good Friday. You know, today, Friday the 13th, you know, so I hope it went good for everybody. But no, you know, we've got this reaction. We finna get into when the ruthless criminals took down cops. So it's a Mr. Justice video. Like I said, shout out to them. We finna get right into the reaction. Let's get it.
Hey, sir.
I'll blow your
Whoa, whoa!
Take up! Yes! He'll come out. Come to me. Come to me. Come to me. Come to me.
Finna get spooked.
We here. We shot him. All right.
542 direct, 543 direct.
We shot it. Come on, guys.
These are the moments when ruthless criminals took down cops, starting with a violent suspect who struck an officer in the head, leaving him with a devastating brain injury. On January 30th, 2022, a tragic and deadly incident unfolded in Crofton, Maryland, when officers responded to a domestic disturbance call. A woman had dialed 911, reporting that her son had assaulted her and was refusing to let her leave the home. Given the urgent nature of the call, officers were dispatched to the scene immediately, but they had no idea how deadly the encounter was about to become.
Oh, me, they getting ready.
103. What do you say?
103.
Just wait until we get into the door.
That's the thing about pulling in the police, bro. You never know what you walking into.
County police!
What are you calling?
Me, you got
Really? Yeah.
Steve, when you're ready, are you calling?
Never two in the house goes through. County police!
Tougher.
County police, make yourself known!
damn.
County police!
You know what I mean?
Make yourself known!
That's the mama or something? Or the son?
Where you at?
Oh, that's the mom.
The mother repeatedly called out for help, but officers couldn't immediately reach her, unsure if the suspect was armed or posed an imminent threat. Her son, 20-year-old Deonta Quarles Jr., had no prior criminal record and was likely experiencing a mental health crisis. After the mother confirmed that
That's something like I be saying. I watched one of my reactions from like a week ago. I know that shot kids, but sometimes you need to put them somewhere else, bro. Cause especially a woman trying to deal with a mentally disabled kid or something, it ain't good for him. So,
that he was unarmed, officers forced entry into the room, but they underestimated him. Even without a weapon, he was capable of seriously harming the officers.
Let me see your hands. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground right now.
Okay, he on the ground.
Hands behind your back. Don't move. Don't.
Oh, he up.
Get tased.
That taste ain't gonna jump to him.
Get on the ground. Come on,
Mama, get your ass out the room, mama. It's going down. What the fuck?
Do that, boy.
Oh, I'm getting a skip. Are you okay?
Search my unit.
13.
The situation was far from over and was about to become even more deadly than anyone could have imagined. Inside the room, officers encountered Quarles and his mother. At first, Quarles complied with commands to get on the ground, but as officers moved in to handcuff him, he suddenly stood up, bolted out of the bedroom, and tackled Officer First Class Jonathan Ricci, striking him repeatedly in the head. Other officers quickly intervened, pulling Quarles off Ricci and attempting to restrain him. A taser was deployed during the struggle, but had no effect. At this point, Quarles was extremely aggressive and willing to do anything to escape the situation.
I don't have a condom.
He too strong. Ooh, he biting him.
Get him by my finger off. Shoot him. Shoot the
Oh, so you better pop that nigga.
God! No! God!
During the struggle, Quarles bit down on Officer Ricci's fingers and refused to let go. While still being bitten, Ricci managed to draw his service weapon and fired, fatally wounding Quarles. Other officers quickly moved in and took control, but Ricci's condition deteriorated rapidly. He had suffered devastating brain injuries during the assault, and as minutes passed, he began slipping away, losing awareness, movement, and control of his body.
Oh,
Help him out. Come to me. Come to me. Come to me.
ooh, get him.
Help him up.
Come on. What's hurt? Got an officer shot.
Damn.
We here. We shot him. All right.
Oh, they shot him?
We shot him. Come on, guys.
543, I'm direct.
How?
What's hurt, Rich? I'm trying to bite my finger on my face. I can't feel my face. Can't feel your face?
I get that. He's not shot. Yeah, 4 times. 4 times. Officer B.
What did he get?
Upstairs.
What happened? You guys know?
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Come on, man.
He's shot. He's bit in the finger.
Oh, okay. Finger, he got beat up.
43, wait.
Look at him.
See you, 5. Yeah, we're 10, huh?
Should we get bring it downstairs?
We have more room.
Officer Ricci was quickly escorted from the home and rushed to a nearby hospital. He had suffered a serious hand injury from the bite and was later diagnosed with a traumatic brain injury. Meanwhile, paramedics arrived shortly afterward and pronounced Quarles dead at the scene. Following standard protocol, Ricci was placed on administrative leave pending the investigation. On October 3rd, 2022, the Maryland Attorney General's office released its final report, concluding that the use of deadly force was legally justified. In the aftermath, Dianta's mother, Meekle Quarles, said she regretted calling 911. The family later
I mean, I get it. I get it. But Clay, come on, man. Like, what was you gonna do? Like, literally, come on, bro. Your son was in there. I don't know what he was doing to you. He came. He punched like damn near beat the officer to death. Bit him. What was you expecting him to do? The taser wasn't working. You couldn't control that man. I'm not trying to be empathetic at all. But rest in peace to him, dude. But
filed a federal civil rights lawsuit through attorney Malcolm Ruff. Officer Ricci was treated for his injuries, later released from the hospital, and remains employed with the Anne Arundel County Police Department. As the officer in this case was lucky to survive, the officers in our next case don't share the same fate when they lost one of their own right in front of their eyes.
Ooh, damn.
On May 10th, 2021, officers with the San Luis Obispo Police Department attempted to serve a warrant at the home of 37-year-old Edward Gueron, who was under investigation for a string of commercial burglaries. Around 5 p.m., officers were dispatched to the residence, unaware of just how deadly the encounter would become. While they knew Gueron had a history of resisting arrest and might be armed, they didn't realize he also carried a dangerous mindset, one that would soon put their lives in serious jeopardy.
Camera on this whole thing? Police department, search warrant, open the door, we're gonna force entry.
Gueron?
Edward, open the door. Edward, it's the police department, open the door.
He ain't opening that.
Officers gave him multiple commands to open the door, but there was no response from within the apartment. After a period of silence and no voluntary compliance from the suspect, officers initiated a forced entry. But little did they know, this was the moment Gueron had been waiting for to execute his deadly plan that would give all of them a nightmare.
Edward, come out here.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Shots fired.
Oh, no. Oh, he finished them off.
He's got a gun, he's shooting at us. All units.
Oh, I'm sick.
As they breached the door, Guerin, armed and waiting with a 12-gauge shotgun, opened fire. The first blast struck Detective Luca Benedetti, fatally wounding him. At the same time, Detective Steve Orozco was hit while trying to retreat. Suffering head injuries from the wadding of a shotgun slug, miraculously the slug missed critical areas, and Orozco was able to move to cover despite his injuries. But the danger wasn't over. During the chaos, Guerin reportedly managed to grab Benedetti's service rifle after the detective went down, escalating the threat even further.
Oh, that's not good.
Are you okay, Steve?
No.
In the head and arm.
And the crazy part about it, dude probably got extra clips over on him too still, though, the officer. So he can reload and keep this going for however how long, you know, it take them to go. Oh, I'm sick.
Over here, you got a good shot from here.
I'm bad. Wait, did he go back inside?
Yeah, he stumbled, though.
Yeah,
He stumbled?
I'm okay.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Well, he got hit.
Get those guys, Sarge.
You feel me? I get a.
The standoff lasted more than 15 minutes. During the exchange, officers managed to wound Guerin, forcing him to retreat deeper into his apartment. Additional units, including SWAT, arrived shortly after and secured the area, unaware of what they would soon discover. When officers finally made entry, they found Edward Guerin dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, with Detective Benedetti's rifle lying nearby. Benedetti was rushed to the hospital but tragically succumbed to his injuries. Detective Orozco was treated for non-life-threatening wounds and eventually recovered. Next, you will see a mass shooter who opened fire on officers, leaving one seriously wounded and slowly losing her life.
Man, you got the clips and everything.
Where you hit?
Damn.
On May 15th, 2023, officers from Farmington, New Mexico faced a life-or-death situation when an armed shooter opened fire on them. The suspect, 18-year-old Bo Wilson, began shooting at neighboring homes and cars just hours before his high school graduation, tragically taking 3 innocent lives. Farmington Police responded quickly to de-escalate the situation, but had no idea of the nightmare awaiting them.
I'm at Dustin and Navajo. Be advised, this guy is right in front of the church. Oh, I see him. Get behind the car, sir.
Get your ass out the way, old man.
Good. I have eyes on the suspect. He's walking south. He's wearing all black, skinny. He's in front of the Methodist church, walking southbound on Dustin.
Copy, milling all black southbound on Dustin, Methodist Church.
I'm being told he's got an automatic weapon.
Damn, he got an automatic weapon?
See your hands!
You better get that mob already.
He just took off, White House, directly south of the church. More shots are being fired.
Officer Stephen Boitano was among the first to arrive and was stunned by the terror the teen had unleashed on the neighborhood. Soon more officers arrived to assist, but things quickly took a horrible turn. The suspect shifted his evil eyes to another neighboring house, and the officers had to take immediate action before it was too late.
Well, y'all shut up, man. Pop
Need another unit to Dustin and Apache. Dustin and Navajo. Right here, follow me. Right up here by the White House. White House on the left east side. Left side.
Ooh, he dumping that motherfucker.
Get shots fired. 2-8, I have Sarge. A couple of detectives with me. Get back inside, people!
Man, that's crazy, boy.
Arms to your hands!
Ooh.
I'm shot!
She got hit. Officer down. Officer down. Hey, shit. Damn, baby, you done dropped the clips and everything.
Where you hit? Where you hit? Where's your tourniquet? Where's your tourniquet?
As Wilson opened fire on the officers, Sergeant Rachel DeShenza was struck and seriously injured, slowly losing consciousness from the pain. Other officers returned fire and worked quickly to neutralize Wilson. Once the gunfire stopped, they found Wilson on the ground and took him into custody. He was later pronounced dead at the scene. In the pocket of his discarded vest, officers discovered a note that read, "If you're reading this, I'm the end of the chapter." Meanwhile, officers rendered first aid to Sergeant Rachel DeShenza. She was transported to the hospital, treated, and later released to continue her recovery at home. In total, 3 people lost their lives during Wilson's violent rampage. 6 others were wounded, including Sergeant DeShenza and Officer Andreas Stamatiadis, who was shot while responding to the scene. According to police, Wilson fired at least 150 rounds from a modified AR-15 rifle. He opened fire on 7 homes and shot at 11 passing vehicles in the neighborhood. Next, you'll see how a husband emerged with a gun, pointing it at officers and ready to do the unthinkable. On April 13th, 2021, the Garden City Police Department received a 911 call reporting a domestic disturbance. While the exact nature of the incident was not publicly disclosed, records suggest it involved a heated and possibly violent dispute inside the home. 3 patrol officers were quickly dispatched to the scene to investigate the situation, but they had no idea this night was about to turn into a hellish nightmare they would never forget.
Well, me, this is during COVID too. Motherfuckers was off they rocking, boy.
Hello, Garden City.
Oh damn, that's my birthday.
Yep.
All right.
Man, this happened on my
What's
birthday.
going
It's
on?
crazy.
He's drunk.
Okay.
And D.
Okay. And?
I can't deal with it.
Okay. All right. Is he still inside?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is he just drunk? No weapons? No nothing like that?
No.
Are you injured?
No.
Okay. Do you need medical or anything?
She said no to the
I
weapon.
think he does.
Okay.
Or
I
he.
scratched him.
All right. Can you move off the porch and you can talk to my partner over here? Is he gonna come?
The officer knocked on the door and waited, but there was no response from inside. The person involved was 58-year-old Andrew Bunday, the husband of the woman who called. She initially told officers there were no weapons in the house, something that would soon prove tragically wrong. The officer waited on the porch for a few moments, unaware of the danger about to come from within.
Hey, sir.
I'll blow.
Oh! You better pop the hell on me.
Get back! Get back!
Lady, ma'am, get. I got it. I might say if you ain't pop him.
750, we have 1 subject down. Get back.
Bunda abruptly exited the residence, emerging with a handgun and immediately raising it toward the officers. Facing a lethal threat and his refusal to comply, 2 of the 3 officers fired their weapons in rapid succession. Multiple shots struck Bunda, who collapsed just outside the residence. Emergency medical services were called, and officers quickly moved to render aid. Despite their efforts and rapid medical response, Bunda was pronounced dead shortly after paramedics arrived and took over care. The 2 officers who fired were placed on administrative leave during the investigation. Later, the Ada County Prosecutor's Office ruled the use of force justified. Bundy's family did not file a civil lawsuit, and their
Like, I mean, I know they got to do their investigation. But like, come on, bro. Like, dude had a handgun pointed at they partner's head. Like,
there has been little public comment from his relatives. Next, you'll see how a driver launched a sudden ambush during a traffic stop, nearly taking an officer's life. On June 5th, 2024, a routine traffic stop turned into a deadly confrontation when an armed suspect opened fire on an officer, nearly taking his life. The incident unfolded as 3 Chicago police officers attempted to stop a vehicle due to malfunctioning brake lights. The car eventually pulled into a dead-end street and came to a stop, but it was a complete trap for the officers. As they approached to speak with the driver, they had no idea about the deadly plan the suspect was about to execute.
oh, damn. Why did you do that? Oh, he went down immediately.
One. Which one? Where's this? 6-9 to Sangamon squad. 6-9 to Sangamon. 10-1.
We got an officer down.
Got you, bro. I got you. Mano.
Hey, take me to University of Chicago. Squad, we got a PO shot.
Hey.
I got you, bro. 690 Sagaman!
What?
Squad, we're taking one PO to UFC right now. Get him. Come on, bro.
The situation escalated quickly. As officers approached, the driver suddenly exited his vehicle and opened fire, striking Officer Moreno in the arm and torso. One of his fellow officers returned fire, hitting the suspect multiple times. Officer Moreno's partners quickly applied a tourniquet to his arm and rushed him to the hospital, where he was listed in serious but stable condition and later released after treatment. Meanwhile, the driver was taken into custody and transported to Advocate Christ Medical Center in critical condition, but he survived the encounter. The suspect, identified as 27-year-old Jerome Halsey, was charged with attempted first-degree murder, aggravated battery, and aggravated assault. His bond was set at $1 million. Next, you'll see how a ruthless suspect ambushed two officers, but their K-9 partner saved the day. On March 12, 2023, law enforcement responded to reports of vehicle break-ins in a residential neighborhood in St. Petersburg. Corporal Matthew Aitken, a K-9 handler, arrived with his partner, K-9 Taco, while Sergeant Jake Viano joined as backup. They began canvassing the area, unaware that the suspect was lying in wait, hidden and intent on doing serious harm to any officer who came close.
He went down. Why he just standing there? You feel me?
Down.
Oh, dude must be right there. Boy, them dogs elite. Hey, Taco elite.
Can you hold that for me, buddy?
Aitken deployed K-9 Taco to begin the track, and the dog quickly picked up the scent, setting the stage for a deadly encounter. As they moved through yards and jumped a fence, they unknowingly closed in on the suspect when Aitken and K-9 Taco entered a backyard. The suspect was already lying in wait behind cover, ready to launch a deadly ambush.
Damn. Dog smelling.
Get your hands up! Get your hands up! Sir, it's okay, I stop!
Shit. Damn. He busting. He still ain't down on me. The good job, Officer Taco.
Come here, get your hands out where I can see him!
Fight his ass.
In a sudden ambush, the suspect opened fire on Aitken at close range. Aitken was struck 3 times in critical areas, severely injured and slowly losing consciousness. Immediately after, K-9 Taco charged at Bostic, physically engaging him and preventing the suspect from delivering a fatal shot. The suspect also fired multiple rounds at Sergeant Viano, who returned fire during the chaos. Several of Viano's shots struck the suspect, neutralizing him. The entire exchange lasted only seconds. Backup arrived shortly after, and Corporal Aitken was rushed to the hospital, where he underwent surgery. Despite his severe injuries, he survived and continues to recover. The suspect, identified as 23-year-old Dominique Bostic, was pronounced dead at the scene. Both K-9 Taco and Sergeant Viano were unharmed. The Pinellas County Sheriff later credited K-9 Taco's bravery as a key reason Aitken survived the ambush. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, please subscribe to my channel and check out the latest videos by clicking either of these two.
Hey man, shout out to Officer Taco, man, for saving his partner, man. You feel me? That's good dog work right there. That's good canine work. But no, hey, shout out to Mr. Justice for the video. Like I said, he always putting together a banker. So we gonna deliver it. We're gonna give the reaction to it. But shout out to the new subscribers and the old subscribers. We gonna just be on the lookout for more videos, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.